Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Sports Talk Network. In tonight's episode of Steve's Wrestling Ramble, also want to let people know if you hear a dog barking in the background, it's my puppy dog, 10 months old. Just in case, I apologize for the barking noise, but first time, at least in my lifetime, having a puppy in my life, puppy dog. I've had two Pomeranians when I was a kid, and a Labrador, two Pomeranians, Ramble and Cujo, when I was a kid, who lived for 14 years. Then I had a Labrador in high school years, um, high school to young adulthood. She lived to be 14 as well, Misty. Then I had a smaller dog named Princess for a couple years, but she lived to be 12, really. So now we have a puppy dog, 10 months old, that we got from the local Humane Society. So January 18th was her first day here with the family. Just sharing that because A, get to know me, the host, and B, so in case you hear barking in the background, people don't unsubscribe or dislike the video because of that. I'm sure there might be another reason we're doing it. But either way, welcome to the show. I hope you all are doing well. And we're going to be talking about the Royal Rumble of 2018. Pretty good pay-per-view event. Hopefully my team members are able to join me and a couple of guests. If not, then it'll just be me. It'll be a short episode. So who knows? Maybe it'll be 45 minutes. There's sometimes when I say this, because no one's here yet, and it ends up being an hour and a half episode when I thought it might only be 15 minutes because it's just me, or I think it's going to be a long episode because I think they're joining, and it ends up being 10 minutes. But either way, obviously you'll know if you're watching archived already when you click on it how long the video is. But I say it's going to be at least between 10 and 40 minutes. I would say minimum max, but we'll see. In case others join, but let's just give my thoughts on the Royal Rumble. I did do a quick review on this channel, but as you could tell from that video, it was very quick. And I did enjoy the show. Overall, the show was great and good and awesome. It's glorious, stuff like that. Fabulous. The Royal Rumble match winners, Shinji Nakamura and Asuka. So, as I've been saying, on the women's side, they should have went, not should have, but it would have been more of an awesome moment if they went with anybody but Asuka. Not because I don't like Asuka, I respect her. She's awesome. She's undefeated. They're building her up strong in that way. But when is it going to build up to her losing? Is she going to be losing when she gets her first title opportunity? Is that when she gets her first loss, when she gets a title opportunity? Or a random match on Raw on the road to WrestleMania? Or should we just pencil in that she's going to win the championship? Whether against Alexa Bliss or Charlotte, I guess she gets to pick. That's different. But we're just going to pencil in that she's going to win said championship at WrestleMania. Okay, cool for Asuka fans and stuff like that, but when she has her undefeated streak end, or are they waiting all the way till, or it seems like all the way till, but all the way to SummerSlam here in the year of 2018, and having Ronda Rousey defeating Asuka at SummerSlam for the Raw or SmackDown Live Women's Championship. Again, we don't know which one that Asuka's going to be picking. We assume it's going to be Raw's because people don't want Bliss as champion anymore. Again, whether or not they dislike her as a champion, dislike her as a character, whatever, she thinks she's awesome, adorable, and good at what she does. Has been a great Raw Women's Champion and the first woman ever to be both SmackDown Live and Raw Women's Champion. And then right behind her was Charlotte Flair. Now, I remember back when Charlotte Flair was moved over to SmackDown Live with a superstar shakeup, and then she was having that title match against Naomi before Alexa Bliss's Raw title match in the said pay-per-view for Monday Night Raw, that I thought, Charlotte will be the first one, because why not have Ric Flair's daughter be the one to have this record and be forever known the first ever, Raw Women's and this and that. Though Charlotte, when she did win the SmackDown Live Women's Championship, she was the first ever, or at least one of, if not first ever women to win all women's championships in WWE. From NXT, Raw, SmackDown. So, there you go. So with that said, we're supposed to just pencil in that Asuka's going to be winning the championship at WrestleMania. I like unknown. I mean, I know there's rumors, I know there's things, I know we might know things already, and you know, as we talk about Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, this and that, like we might be in the know, and some people think we're smarter than we are, and sometimes myself included. I know PC Amplify thinks he's the smartest person in the room. He's not always right, but trust me, when he's right, he'll gloat about it. I don't. If I'm right about something, cool. Glad to be, but doesn't mean I'm number one. Here on YouTube, I'm not the smartest one ever. But let's say I'm smart. I do think of myself highly. But the point is that with Asuka winning the Royal Rumble, and whoever she chooses to face at WrestleMania for said championship, and if she does win it and her undefeated streak continues, then I would too assume, in my opinion, that they would be waiting all the way to SummerSlam there in New York, which, by the way, WrestleMania 35 is going to be in New York. There's New York there. So, all right. Anyways, we just get the Barclays Center for SummerSlam, and that's when Ronda Rousey defeats Asuka for said women's championship. I would assume it to be the SmackDown Live Women's Championship, but it could be Raw's. Who knows? And as WWE's been trying to say, who knows if Charlotte Flair or Alexa Bliss will be the SmackDown Live or Raw Women's Champion heading into WrestleMania. Alexa Bliss will be defending the Raw Women's Championship in the first ever. Yes, we are having another one. A first ever women's. Another first ever, never mind. A first ever women's Elimination Chamber match, which I would to assume is going to have Alexa Bliss, of course, champion, Nia Jax, Sasha Banks, Bayley, and let's throw in Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose. Though Raw, unlike SmackDown Live, does have more in their women's division on their roster. So maybe in the Superstar Shakeup, maybe SmackDown can throw, or Raw can throw SmackDown a bone and bring 2 SmackDown women over to Raw. And they won't even have to have an equal trade because they already had the numbers as it is. By the numbers there. They already had it like 10-6 or something. It's not a big discrepancy, but it certainly seems big discrepancy as it is. But then again, they have a 3-hour show, though they only use 1 or 2 segments. Point being is, okay, the Elimination Chamber, that title match will be happening for the Raw Women's Championship. Then I'm sure at WWE Fastlane, Charlotte Flair will be defending her championship against someone, anyone. Lana, I don't care. Someone getting a title shot there. One thing they better not do is have hot shot Ronda Rousey and have her face Charlotte Flair already at Fastlane for the title. Or WrestleMania. Hopefully that is not the case. Though I've been hearing the rumors, and I'm sure you guys and gals, men and women, have been hearing it as well, about Ronda Rousey's plans for WrestleMania being a mixed tag match with her and The Rock, or her and Kurt Angle, facing off against Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. It would be interesting. I certainly would enjoy it. And that being planned for Ronda Rousey, cool. But back to the Royal Rumble. Good show, good Rumbles. We had the Hurricane as a surprise entry in the men's. We had a plethora of surprises in the women. The one that I thought was awesome was Kelly and Tori Wilson. The hottest ones in WWE in the past. Plus those theme songs, Kelly's and Tori Wilson's pretty cool. Just in my opinion. Obviously the best wrestler from the past that did come back was Trish Stratus. But yeah. Anyway, just wanted to share that about the Royal Rumble and heading now moving forward on the road to WrestleMania. Now on the Raw side, there also is going to be the men's #1 contender match for the Universal title. Winner will face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. So far, 3 competitors have been put in the match. Braun Strowman defeating Kane in the last man standing match. Elias defeating Woken Matt Hardy, hopefully soon to be broken Matt Hardy, but Woken Matt Hardy winning that match to qualify. And then in the main event of Raw, John Cena defeating Finn Balor in their first ever matchup. 1-on-1, John Cena getting the win. And he's in the match. I'm hoping Seth Rollins. What I really would have liked is Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose to beat the other three. Have the Shield in there. But Ambrose is still out for a while. Unfortunately, probably going to miss WrestleMania. Heck, it'll be close if he'll make it for SummerSlam. So, how long he's out. So, that's unfortunate. I'm a big Dean Ambrose fan, Mark. And we'll soon see whether he comes back as a heel or a face when he does return. But beyond that, as it pertains to the Royal Rumble, not too much else for me to say on that end. Again, a good show. Royal Rumble winners that most predicted to be the winners. I certainly enjoyed the matches. As you did see, if you did see any of my live reactions for the men's or women's Royal Rumble. But there you go. I'm trying to see if there are big news items going on here. Mixed Match Challenge has been going well as well. Alexa Bliss and Braun Strowman getting the win. This upcoming week we'll have Goldust and Mandy Rose facing off against Naomi and her husband, Uso. So that's I look forward to there. And in that interview with Renee Young after Alexa and Braun won, that was cute and adorable as well. I do have that on my Twitter at WWE_podcast. People are welcome to check that out. Excuse me, but as it pertains to Royal Rumble, not too much else to say. It is Super Bowl week here for me, for Sports Talk Network. I had my Super Bowl episode last night on the channel. I'm looking forward to Sunday's game, even though I do think this will be a blowout. I mean, the Patriots are going to win probably 35-7, but hey, Nick Foles can say he started in the Super Bowl, and they can never take that away from him. Nope. But that's the WWE. Royal Rumble was good. Raw was fact good, and SmackDown Live seems like it's going well. Rusev becoming the number one contender for the United States Championship. They're in that fatal four-way match. A match made for next week. Kevin Owens will face Sami Zayn. That will be the main event next week on SmackDown Live. Kevin Owens for the Sami Zayn winner faces AJ Styles at Fastlane. Part of me likes that there's a pay-per-view for Raw and SmackDown for each individual, for Raw branded pay-per-view, SmackDown Live branded pay-per-view before WrestleMania. Part of me likes that. Part of me does. It actually does. Otherwise, it'd be a long freaking road to WrestleMania, and we won't have any title matches until we get to said WrestleMania, unless they have special super shows or something, or big shows that they have for SmackDown or SmackDown Live or Raw. So part of me does like that. Then again, the other part of me doesn't, because even though it seems like we have already, and we as fans we assume that, and WWE I'm sure they do too, already have the plans to WrestleMania. We have the road to WrestleMania. We set in stone Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles. It's not going to be Shinsuke Nakamura against Kevin Owens or Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sami Zayn. What if Sami Zayn wins that one-on-one match and Sami Zayn wins the WWE Championship? Is Shinsuke Nakamura just going to change his mind? In storyline, kayfabe terms, and change his mind and decide to go against Brock Lesnar for the Universal strap, or I should say title. I got on BC Amplified for calling it a strap. It's the WWE Universal Championship. But you see that happen? No. We'll have AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. Do you think things are going to change and I have Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns for the Universal title? Do we think we're not going to have Asuka facing off against Charlotte Flair or Alexa Bliss at WrestleMania? Do we think Charlotte Flair or Alexa Bliss are going to be dropping their championships at the Elimination Chamber or Fastlane? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I think at Elimination Chamber and Fastlane, all title matches are going to be successfully defended. And don't get me started with 205 Live, even though I am going to start talking about it now a little bit. We have a new GM, I almost said commissioner, but just a GM on 205 Live. So now everything has a GM. NXT with William Regal. Raw has the GM Kurt Angle and Commissioner Stephanie McMahon. SmackDown Live Commissioner Shane McMahon and GM Daniel Bryan. And now 205 Live in his own little entity has a GM, formerly known as Rockstar Spud, now known Dave Maverick. Interesting name, to say the least. But now he's the GM, and now there's a 14-man tournament to crown a new WWE Cruiserweight champion. That's certainly going to be interesting for sure. For me, what I would like to see in the finals for a win-win, just like in the Super Bowl, I wanted to see the Vikings Jaguars. Would have been a win-win, and I would have really enjoyed the 2 weeks leading up to the Super Bowl and watching everything and watching ESPN shows and this and that and hearing the interviews and looking at the field for the first time and seeing their logos there, especially for the Vikings are the first team ever to be hosting a Super Bowl playing in it. Sorry about that. I know I have a smartphone now. I never owned one before, now I do, and that's what that was. So I would have enjoyed that for the Super Bowl with the Jaguars and the Vikings lead up and not caring who would have won in the Super Bowl, even though I probably would have predicted and, I guess in a sense, cheered for the Jaguars to win. Hey, why might as well? If that's the first time you're going to the Super Bowl, make it count because you never know when you'll be back. But that's not the case. The Philadelphia Eagles, Patriots, and I've watched a little bit of things and a little bit of Media Day and this and that. On wrestling side in the Cruiserweight tournament, my hope and dream for the finals is Grand Metalik to face off against Drew Gulak in the finals that will be happening at WrestleMania, unlike the finals for the U.S. title tournament happened 2 weeks, not even at the go-home show, but 2 weeks before the Royal Rumble pay-per-view for the U.S. Championship. But anyways, with the Cruiserweight one, it will go all the way to WrestleMania, all the way to April. And I would want to see the Grand Metalik face off against Drew Gulak in the finals. But again, there I still would have a betting interest in cheering for Drew Gulak. But I wouldn't mind if Grand Metalik won that match, and I'd be happy either way. So I guess in a way, Drew Gulak, whether he faces Grand Metalik or whoever, hopefully Drew Gulak is the new Cruiserweight champion because he's certainly getting over in his personality. He's off the charts and awesome to me indeed. So I think he would make a great WWE Cruiserweight champion. But we'll see. We will certainly see. Excuse me. By the way, unfortunately, my team members aren't here to speak of and talk about the Royal Rumble. They said they would if I started earlier, which obviously, as you see, I am doing. But then again, as a school time in summer, there'll be more readily available to, well, the other shows here, which is understandable. I'm not bitching and complaining about it. I'm just being honest. They're busy. Raunchy Mikey, or as he now is on Twitter, My Side Official, is busy with work and otherwise. But yeah, so we got the Cruiserweight tournament that's going to go to WrestleMania. SmackDown Live craziness with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn heading into technically Fastlane before WrestleMania. The Raw side on the road to Elimination Chamber right now, technically. On that off-ramp being the Elimination Chamber for Raw, the off-ramp to a pit stop being Fastlane. That's what I call them. On the highway and the road to WrestleMania, Monday Night Raw is taking that pit stop at a rest stop called WWE Elimination Chamber, and SmackDown Live is taking a pit stop at WWE Fastlane pay-per-view event. Then they both, after the said pit stop, get back on the highway, rested and ready to go, then to their destination. The next time they stop the car and park and get out, quote unquote, in my, metaphor here, will be at WrestleMania after that. So on this road to WrestleMania, making the pit stops to those two pay-per-view events for Raw and SmackDown Live. certainly going to be interesting to see how everything's going in Raw on that. To their place, out the Elimination Chamber, a lot of craziness and awesomeness going on because I do enjoy the Elimination Chamber. You know me, I like multi-superstar matches. That's why I love the Rumble, even though, yes, most of the WWE Universe, not all, do love the Rumble, or at least enjoy it, if not love it. At the very least, they like it. For one reason or another. But I like all multi-women, multi-men, multi-superstar matches, and otherwise. I mean, Under the Giant Memorial Battle Royal I do enjoy. You know, that seems like a pre-show staple. The main event for pre-show, but either way, it's all very cool and intriguing. So I like a mix of things. I like to just mix things together and like a randomizer, you know, who's winning, who's this and that. That's why in the NFL, you know, when certain quarterbacks retire, it's going to be who's who of teams and who's going to be making the playoffs, winning the games, going to the Super Bowl. And they're, you know, I just look forward to that. You know, looking at a bracket for the playoffs of all like new teams, and not really. I mean, you care, and you will have some vested interest in each game who you want to win, but overall, not caring who wins each game or who wins the Super Bowl because most of the teams, I just say, are new to the playoffs or have been in a while. But again, that's NFL talk. As for WWE, Road to WrestleMania, gonna be a long one, but a good one. Right? The greatest thing to happen are the ones that have to wait for the longest. So that's certainly the case here for us WWE fans and WrestleMania. I still hope to attend it. WWE superstars I've been speaking to actually on Twitter might be able to help me out. Still have my GoFundMe page, and otherwise to see if other people, you know, for random millionaires stumbles upon it. But beyond that, I do hope this military veteran WWE fan since the year of 1994, age 6 years old. Hopes to attend that, and that be my very first show to ever see live. Hopefully, Undertaker has a match, see his entrance live. Bobby Roode's entrance, the glorious entrance. Carmella, Dean Ambrose, and others, even though Ambrose probably still out, but still, others. I'm just going to stay here a couple more minutes and seconds to see if any team members or guests are able to pop in and join me. Sorry about that if you hear my typing. Just trying to reach out to my team members if they're able to join me here in this fun episode and share their thoughts on the Royal Rumble, Raw, and otherwise. It's okay, Grandpa. Just let her lay. Sorry about that. Talking to my grandfather about the dog. But I guess no one is joining me. I guess I should wrap it up here. I thank all those that watched live and all those watching archived. Have a great rest of your week. I'll be back here tomorrow for 2 videos. The Riverdale review and theories of Riverdale's latest episode. And the same thing, my review of the TV show Mom. It's actually on here soon later tonight on CBS, the CBS Thursday Night Lineup. Hope you all have a great, fun, safe evening and Friday and weekend as well. And above all else, as always,